Hello YouTube, this is Frugal and this is the Frooglesim news for today, Sunday, August the 14th. It is the last news show for 2 weeks because next week I will be on my motorcycle where The Walking Dead is filmed in Georgia and then riding my motorcycle around the Tail of the Dragon and other crazy things. First up, Orbex Yankee Mike Lima, or Melbourne Australia. This is a product that was previously released quite some time ago. It has now become version 3. The video you're watching is from John Dow, who I think is the developer, by the way. Now, the product first launched in 2008. Version 3 is a complete overhaul, improving both performance and the level of detail as well. It's using now a ground poly of the airport from January this year, so it's completely up to date with all markings, taxiways, aprons and so on. It also includes the new Terminal 4 and Pier G, as well as the transport hub and the control tower. Textures of the scenery are actually based on 3,000 photographs that the developer took at the airport, and the surrounding scenery and the airport itself covers 60 square kilometers at a resolution of 60 centimeters per pixel. Also comes with a fully tunable control panel. Now, Orbex's YMML Melbourne version 3 requires FTX Australia. If you have a previous version, you can get an upgrade for the next month of just $9.99 Australian dollars. The normal price is $39.95 Australian or $29.98 US dollars. It is available for both FSX and Prepared. More information at the full terrain link in the show notes below. Sticking with Orbex, they recently released Narvik Airport. Video again from the developer, which is very cool. Now, Narvik is a small airport in northern Norway, operated by Avinor and Widerøe, which I probably pronounced incorrectly. Oh well. It's also home to Lufttransport for their fleet of air ambulances and King Airs. Now, the scenery is at a resolution of 1 meter per pixel for the airport and the city. Yes, this is one of those Orbex packages that includes the surrounding or nearby city. Photoreal textures are used for the entire area, including the surrounding mountains, and it comes with a 10-meter terrain mesh, full seasonal textures, and unique static aircraft that are accurate for the airport, as well as a custom animated windsock for Prepared. It can be used with FTX Global, but they do recommend you have Orbex Norway, at which point you won't need the 10-meter mesh because you've got Orbex Norway. It is available for both FSX and Prepared for $29.98. More information at the second full terrain link in the show notes below. Next up, Coronado previewed their upcoming DO228 this week. This is, of course, the Dornier DO228, which is a twin turboprop short takeoff and landing utility aircraft in the same vein in many ways as the Twin Otter. Now, in the real world, there are two versions of this aircraft, the original Dornier DO228 and the new DO228NG, which is manufactured by RUAG. Coronado's preview shots appear to indicate that this is the older original Dornier aircraft, which is simply awesome. The pictures you're looking at, of course, you can see them already. They show a massive amount of detail and some really cool aging effects on the cockpit textures. No idea of a release date or a price, but Coronado don't tend to tease aircraft for too long. More information and hopefully a release date very soon at the Coronado Facebook link in the show notes below. Now, the final news item this week is from JustFlight. I am sorry, it is an FSX and Prepared only show this week. Couldn't be helped. But JustFlight this week previewed the TB10 Tobago and the TB20 Trinidad. Now, this aircraft, these two aircraft actually, are being developed by the internal development team at JustFlight, and recently that team is actually very, very good, and they put out some very high quality aircraft, but they have been plagued a little bit with very buggy initial releases, but even so, have the utmost respect for those guys. Now, this package obviously models the Sakata TB10 and TB20, which are GA aircraft with retractable landing gear and are fully IFR capable. At release, JustFlight's version will feature 4K resolution textures, full animations including doors, windows, visors, and get this, even the oil cover and the dipstick. Now, that to me seems to imply that they might be aiming at an AccuFeel or AccuSim style of aircraft management similar to what A2A do. We shall see. The aircraft incorporate a full avionics suite with a massive array of abbreviations that I'm not going to list here. There's actually quite a lot. It will support integration with the Flight 1 GTM 650 as well. Flight dynamics have been tested by current TB20 pilots to make sure they are completely accurate. The price on JustFlight's website, linked in the show notes below, is $41.99, but expected to launch at a discount. And again, take a look at the JustFlight.com link in the show notes below for more information. So that's it for this week's short news show. Again, I'm very sorry sorry I couldn't find any news items to do with X-Plane. I'll try harder next time, and that's it for the next 2 weeks, because next week I will be in Georgia where The Walking Dead is filmed, and then travelling a little bit north of there to ride some very, very twisty roads on my motorcycle. As always, if I did miss something in this week's news show, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. I will take a look to see if it is worth including in the next show. Until then, though, my name is Frugal. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.